Hi guys, I'm Alice and I'm back with another video, and today is time for a weekend reads because I didn't get to film anything yesterday, so I couldn't make a Friday reads. I'm really enjoying getting back to Friday reads and weekend reads videos because they were some of my favorite videos to film in the beginning of this channel, and I still think it's really fun to upload these and watch these just to see what everyone is reading and what they're planning on doing over the weekend. And yeah, last weekend I didn't get to do a lot of reading because apparently my weekend ended up a lot more busier than I intended, and then I ended up on Sunday with a major case of migraines that I haven't had in a while, where it was that bad. But that was annoying. Luckily it was over again on Monday, so I could go to work for the most part, and yeah. This week I haven't been reading a lot, even though I really want to read. I keep on only ending up reading like a couple of chapters every day, but I have been listening to a lot of audiobooks, so I'm about 1 hour or something away from finishing The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. I'm really enjoying this audio. This time around I'm feeling like I like the audio book a lot more than I did with Fifth Season. I guess I'm used to the second person narrative now. I don't know, I just feel like I am a lot more immersed in the story this time around than I was in the first one. I still think that maybe I'll end up buying the physical books in preparation for the third book, so that I can actually maybe reread them and read the whole thing in physical form, just to see if there's something I missed out in the first book for some reason, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. But I definitely am enjoying The Obelisk Gate, and so far I think that The Obelisk Gate will be my vote for the Booktubesff category of the adult category. I still haven't read A Gathering of Shadows, but I will be getting to that soon, and that's actually my plans for this weekend and next week, is to try and finish specific books, because one, I'm behind on Booktubesff read-alongs. 2, I'm actually participating in a bingo challenge thing. That's a team challenge where there's a new shelf called every week on Goodreads, and I'm 4 or 5 weeks behind, and I feel absolutely terrible about that. 2 of the books that I picked for those shelves are Crooked Kingdom and Gathering of Shadows, so I could combine these 2. So I started in on Crooked Kingdom during this week, but I'm only like 50 pages in or something. Oh, actually I'm only 33 pages in, and it's like 500 pages, so you can see I'm really not very far. So hopefully I will end up enjoying this. People seem to have mixed feelings about this. I've seen a couple of bad reviews of it, but I've also seen some of my favorite booktubers do really great reviews of it, so I'm excited to see if I end up enjoying it. I did like Six of Crows for the most part, so hopefully there's promise for this one. The other book that I'm currently working on is the one I'm actually mostly working on right now of the reading books, but that's because it's also an Overdrive library book that expires in the next 7 days or something, I think, and I'm 36% through it, and it's The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. I'm really enjoying this. It's so refreshing to have an historical setting. I haven't been reading any historical books in a while, and this one really is amazing. It started out kind of just feeling like your average historical, I won't say romance, but I guess you could say that because it's something about this girl who's getting ready to start in on the seasons and taking part in the trying to find a suitable husband and stuff. But then things develop, and there's something more to this main character that she discovers about herself and her mother and father, she's not allowed to talk about for some reason. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think the main character is really amazing, and I'm definitely intrigued to see where this is gonna go now, because things are starting to unfolding, and I'm pretty excited for reading onwards in this book. So this is going to be my main focus of the weekend, and then for next week once I've completed Crooked Kingdom, I'm going to be going into the A Gathering of Shadows so I can finish this. I think this is going to be going pretty fast because usually Booktubesff books are pretty fast paced, they're easy reads, so I just hope that I'll find more enjoyment in picking them up than I did with A Darker Shade of Magic, because that was the main problem with that book, that it took me a lot longer than I initially thought, because I didn't like any of the main characters, so I didn't really feel like picking it up. So hopefully there will be some changes about that for the coming books. The reason for me not posting a video yesterday was actually because I went with my sisters and my mom and dad. We went to watch this football match that my sister's boyfriend was playing with, like sort of an all-star team for their local team against an all-star team of different old Danish national team players, which was really exciting. And some of my favorite players from the national team were actually there. Not my favorite because I don't know if he was injured or if he's just not meant to play, but I think sometimes he's actually been part of that team. But the man of the match ended up being Martin Jørgensen, who was like one of the best midfielders, attackers for a while there for the Danish team. So that was really exciting, and yeah, obviously our local team ended up losing, which was not surprising, but I actually think they were pretty good at trying to not lose too bad. But it was really fun watching the other old players, how well they were playing with each other still, even though some of them have been of the national team for ages. They were still really good, in a really good form, and that was really a fun experience. And yeah, so that's why I didn't get around to posting a video yesterday. And today I don't have many plans. I have to go down to run some errands in town. I have to get some new binders to sort of notebooks, because I have some new recipes that I want to try out, and I want to sort of get a new one to sort of my everyday cooking, a mix of things. Yeah, and I'm not sure what else. It's supposed to become pretty good, decent weather today or this weekend, but right now it's really grey and dull outside, so I don't know if that's actually going to happen. And I looked at the weather stats earlier this morning, and it's not going to be as warm as they promised yesterday, but tomorrow is going to be good, so I probably will end up going to my parents' house tomorrow just to get some sun and just enjoy the summer days when they're here in my parents' garden, because I don't have any gardens, green areas in as part of my apartment, so I always go to my parents' house when the weather is nice. Apart from that, I've also been starting to run again. A couple of years ago I was steadily running with my sister like 2 or 3 times a week, but then I got sort of an injury. Then first it made me stop to sort of get that away, but then I started up again, and I probably started up too quickly, so I got a sort of another injury on top of that. So that made me stop, and then I've been trying to get some bicycling in instead of like on my mountain bike, but it's currently not working very well. So I decided, we finally decided we need to start running again, and so I had my 3rd or 4th run on Thursday, and I'm planning on having a run over the weekend as well. So hopefully that will go a lot better as well. But these are sort of my plans for the weekend. Not a lot of things going on, but let me know in the comments down below if you have any exciting plans or if you're reading any great books. I'd really like to know it. I also have a couple of videos coming up over the next week. I have a lot of new plans I'm going to try out on my channel, so look out for that definitely. And I'm soon having my 1st year anniversary on Booktube. It's actually next week, so look out for a video about that as well. But yeah, this is all I have for you today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye!